Hi guys, this is the Neverending Reader. I'm Brittany and I was tagged in a book tag. So this is going to be the finally fall book tag. I know it's kind of late in the season, it is after Halloween, but it's still fall outside, the leaves are falling, and I was tagged by Chloe Reads Books to do this, and so I will link her channel down below. Go give her a check out, subscribe to her channel, and I will leave the original creator of the tag their channel down below as well. So let's jump into it. So I'm going to be reading the questions off my laptop. If you see me looking down there, that's because I'm looking at the questions. So question number 1 is, in the fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. And for this question, I'm going to go with Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I finished this in September and I liked it a lot, and the number one thing that I liked about this book was actually the setting. So this is set in Victorian London, I believe, and it revolves around a girl who is trying to solve the crime of who is Jack the Ripper and who is this man who is murdering all these women. And it's very, very good. I'm sure you guys have heard about it. So yeah, I picked this because the setting is my absolute favorite. The next question, question number 2, is nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. So, I didn't really know what to go with for this one, so I'm just going to say If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. I just read this last month in October and I was absolutely in love with it. It is so beautifully written, and I think people might disagree with me, but I believe that it deals with like a heavy topic, mostly towards the end of the book. So yeah, I thought it was fantastic, and that was the answer I'm going with. Question number 3 is, fall is back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. For this, I'm going with Brain on Fire by Susanna Cahalan. This is a book, a memoir basically, about a girl who slowly but also rapidly started going kind of insane, and all of the medical things that she had to deal with, just her own brain basically attacking her. And I actually learned a lot about like the medical field, and I thought it was very, very good. So I would highly recommend this to anybody who is interested. It was scary in a way, but also like very heartwarming to know that she had like a very nice doctor that like fought for her, and I don't really see that, at least around my area, too often, so I really like this. Question number 4 is, in order to keep warm, it is good to spend time with some of the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, or friend group that you'd like to be a part of. So I think the clear answer is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I'd love to be a part of the crew, but also I think I'd probably die. Like, Kaz would just probably kill me, or at least Inej, because I'm really annoying and Inej would definitely hate me. But also, I just want to be best friends with Nina, and yeah, obviously this. Question number 5 is, the colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. So I just threw these together real quick. I have the Night Film, Illuminae, and the White Queen. I have not read these two, but I read this one, and if you've been with me for a while, you know that I love this series. Question number 6 is, fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book where somebody is telling a story. So for this, I went with My Friend Dahmer by Durf Backdurf. This is a graphic novel about Jeffrey Dahmer. I really couldn't think of anything for this question, but this is a book about Jeffrey Dahmer, and his friend from high school wrote it about him, and he's kind of telling the story about how Jeffrey Dahmer not became who he was, but like, and he didn't give excuses about why Dahmer was, you know, he had a horrible childhood, so he ended up this way. It wasn't like that. It was more along the lines of, like, just, like, the backstory that this friend knew of him from high school and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was a decent graphic novel. Question number 7 is, the nights are getting darker. Share a dark and creepy read. For this, I'm going with The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. Oh, my kitty's coming in. Muffins! Come here, Muffins! Okay, well, I guess she doesn't want to come be in the video. She's window bathing right now. But I thought this was a pretty dark and creepy read, but also it was fantastic, and I was shook like 4 different times. So, yeah, I thought that was perfect for this question. Question number 8 is that the days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. I don't have a copy of this book, but I am going to say Every Heart a Doorway by Bye McGuire. This is my favorite series, well, one of them anyway. It is absolutely fantastic, so magical. It's short. I wish they weren't so short, but also I understand that they kind of like that's their brand, you know, that's the brand of the series. And I'm sure you guys have never heard the end of the Wayward Children's series, so I won't get into it, but it is beautiful perfection. Question number 9 is, fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. So for this, I'm going with Wicked by Gregory Maguire. I have not read this, and God, I'm 25 now, so at least 10 years. And I absolutely loved it when I read it. It is a very old copy, as you can see, but I loved it when I read it, and I thought it was fantastic, and I would really like to give it a shot again to at least see if I still like it. But I do remember just being absolutely enthralled with this. So yeah, I would like to get to this as soon as I possibly can. Number 10 is, fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. So I'm not going to get all my cozy reading accessories because they are all over there and I don't feel like going to get them, but I always sit in my comfy chair that is right there, and I use my brown fuzzy blanket, and I light, there's at least 3 candles lit at all times, and I read by a little lamp up there. I don't turn on my overhead light for my cozy reading, and I also use my oil diffuser, and I'm constantly burning lavender, and it's always shooting right into my face to make me just very zen. And that is my favorite thing to do, fall, spring, summer, winter, I don't care. It's always fall in this room, and that's how I feel. So that is it for this tag. I hope that you enjoyed some of these answers, and be sure to go check out Chloe's channel. And I guess if I have to tag somebody, I'll tag Sophie Reads, because she's my only friend, and you don't have to do this if you don't want to. But yeah, and if any of you have made it to the end of this video, then I also tag you. See you later.